Technical difficulties.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
The breathing part is important. The breathing heavily is not.
okay. I am Dan Carlson, one half of Two Kept Men.
I'm John Kadolf, the other half of Two Kept Men.
And joining
we
us
are-
on location.
And yeah, we have Lord Skeet von Starhawk along with us here, direct from the UK.
Yes.
That's me. Lord Skeet von Star Sparkles or whatever.
So actually, we are recording our first ever broadcast of Two Kept Men and a Julian.
And a Julian.
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah, and he's here to, every once in a while when we start to say something really dumb, he can just yell, just do something else.
Something else.
Yes, we got the audio of him doing it.
So all of us watched a movie.
Watch the movie.
I have watched a movie, yes.
Which movie did we watch?
We watched Boar.
Boar.
Yes.
Not bore like as in B-O-R-E, but
No, not bore as in boring. and not bore as in boring into a hole.
right.
Well, a hole right into my head, some of those scenes.
Yes,
But
just a boar, just a big pig.
yes.
Maybe you want to tell us a little bit of maybe you want to tell us a little bit about it.
Not that far. I'm just saying, like, give yourself like that much gap instead of like eating the microphone.
Maybe you'd like to tell us about it. My mom watched it with me, and she just said it was a boar the size of a rhino.
Yeah, that is it.
That was the description that several people used. Yes.
So before we get into it, you had an incident, didn't you, John, where you actually almost ran into a boar?
Yeah, that was Julian was with me.
Oh.
We were at a park. I can't remember where it was, but we were following a trail. It was the day that you had on that Chinese hat, that big round
Like
straw hat,
Chinese hat.
and we were walking down those planks. You know, the path that was actually like a little bit above water and was made of wooden planks. We were walking along there, and we got to the other side, and then there was a big clearing. So we started walking on that clearing, and then we heard a big grunt and a rustle, and I told you guys to all start going back.
Yeah. Was that when we were doing some filming of that old home?
No, that wasn't during that. We were. It was like a whole family. We were all just kind of out, just trudging around, and so you guys backed off, and then I kind of walked a little bit forward, and there was a boar and its babies just getting up from its little area and trudging off.
Yeah. One of them was the size of a rhino.
Yep.
And
the other two were the size of smart cars.
Indeed. And just as powerful.
Yep.
So what did you say to them?
I don't remember what I told them.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. That's what I was hoping for, is just to find out what was said to the boars.
Yeah. Well, what does one say to a boar? You know.
I usually say, "I'm Dan Carlson, one half of Two Kept Men." It usually replies to me that it's the other half.
Yeah, that's right. So, the movie. Okay, so the movie is actually filmed in Australia.
Yeah, although it could have been filmed really anywhere because it's just farmland.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of Australians, so I'm guessing that filmed in Australia.
But
even the guy who was playing the American was Australian.
Yeah.
No, Bill Moseley was in it from Devil's Rejects. He's usually a bad guy. He's American.
Oh,
the rest of the cast, I think, was Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy who played the American husband.
No, that's Bill Moseley from Devil's Rejects.
Oh, it was? See, okay, because
He always plays someone really violent and evil, so this is a real departure for him. Now he gets to play someone nice who gets shoved into a boar and eaten.
okay, so
Such as it is.
this family is going on vacation back to a town where the woman grew up, and it's kind of a backwater kind of town where people are really
Drunk?
well, they're drunk.
All horn dogs too. They're always talking dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens next. We've got the family that shows up in town. These hicks are talking about a car that broke down and some fences that were tore down and all that kind of. They're all hinting towards stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie didn't start out that way. The movie actually
Started out with an attack.
Yeah, it started out with an attack, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are driving down the road and they stop. They see some boars going by, and then all of a sudden they see a boar go flying by.
So there's a giant fake-looking boar, and then there's a bunch of little digital fake-looking boars that are scurrying underfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, the ones that are running in front of that car, they repeat the sequence like twice.
Yes. Well, yeah, in case you didn't see it the first time,
Right. And Julian, what did you say about you were saying that the movie felt like
I think it felt like you just knew what was going to happen. It felt really campy, like over the top, but it was like you knew, oh, the next scene, this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The boar is going to get them. It's going to tear open the tent. Oh, wait, we haven't gotten there yet. Just it was.
It definitely followed the slasher film kind of template where you knew who was going to die.
Yeah. Didn't you said something about it kind of felt like a sci-fi movie or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, straight off the Sci-Fi Channel. Like, I don't want to compare it to Sharknado because that is a different thing entirely.
Right.
Like Super Croc or any of those.
Dino Croc.
Yeah. Any of the giant animal comes to attack movies.
Yeah.
The jerky giraffe.
A genre in itself.
Did you say the jerky giraffe?
Yeah.
Is that real?
It was a giant giraffe that
The jerky giraffe?
Yeah, it canoodled people in their tents when they were sleeping in the Sahara Desert.
Oh, this is real?
Is the jerky giraffe somewhat related to the choky chicken?
That's for John's other channel. This girl runs a diner, and everybody in the diner talks about the pigs, but they don't actually. They're kind of hinting about the pig, and then every once in a while we'll cut to some new characters we've never seen before getting killed by the pigs, and then our main characters kind of go out for a picnic with their brother, who's like John Cena times 10.
Yeah.
He was like, what did you call him, Julian?
I think it was the Australian The Rock. Yes.
Yeah.
Or and if anything that they should have delivered on with having a guy who was that build fighting that big, there should have been more of him fighting that guy.
Fighting
the boar. Yeah, I'm just called the boar guy, but
I mean, I thought they did a pretty good job having him fighting him.
He did have his intestines ripped
like
out.
Throwing chairs at him out the door. Like the boar wouldn't have tried to get in, but I think they were just trying to save budget there.
There were a couple of shots where the boar, I could tell, was like on wheels.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was well acted though.
Oh yeah, it was funny too.
Yeah,
for what it was.
Really, I mean, that's the plot synopsis. So they the boar goes around and kills different people that live in town. Yeah. Sometimes one after another, brings its babies in to feed on the bodies of
never gets full
of naked adolescents, and
oh
yeah,
getting
it on in the tent, and then came toward the tent up.
I forgot that
she's all like half eaten naked.
Yep.
I don't think the boar like spent time like specifically undressing her. I think she was already like that.
That would be a scene that would be interesting.
I don't want to eat the clothes.
Oh, I hate it when they wear clothes. It tastes so shitty.
Yeah.
Oh man, the two guys that were they were just out drinking or whatever, but then they decided to go check out the campsite. Those guys were kind of funny, but then they did everything wrong.
They were just like killed off really quickly.
Yeah, everybody who has any kind of personality in the movie dies fairly quickly.
Gone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Except for Australian The Rock, of course.
Right. Yeah.
I'm glad he lived, but
He got his intestines ripped out, but he's still driving around.
He gets disemboweled, and then they get him in the car, and
he's cracking jokes.
no, the lady's like, so we'll go into town tomorrow.
We're gonna move back to the city, I think.
Yeah, it's like this guy's disemboweled. Oh yeah, we'll go into town tomorrow and get it looked at.
Yeah, not like immediately.
No.
Although I hear, according to Reservoir Dogs, it takes really long to die from like a stomach wound.
Disemboweling?
I don't know. Disemboweling might be more different than a gunshot wound to the stomach.
He was gored by this thing.
Yeah.
And he actually picked up some of his intestines.
That's
and
right.
Looked at him and went, ah!
It almost feels like they forgot that he had his intestines ripped out, because they're literally joking like at the end of the movie,
Yeah. Well, and then the what was it? The one lady earlier when they were walking through the woods, and the lady gets I think it went up through her chin.
Yeah.
That was pretty nifty.
How is she still alive?
Right. Exactly. I mean, she had this thing coming out her mouth, and then she's still talking.
Oh yeah.
My name is whatever her name was.
It's the new piercing.
Just a big old bulb.
Torn her tongue
Shows up
apart.
to work on Monday with this big boar tusk out of her.
Yeah. You're not allowed to wear that,
Well, it needs to stay until it heals.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we don't
Maybe.
need him.
We're not doing a show or anything. The one of my concerns with the movie is how abruptly it ends. Okay, so we're not going to resolve any of the fact that he finds the Australian The Rock finds the sun out of nowhere. Where did that happen? When did that happen? We're just ignoring. Then he trudges back to wherever these girls were hiding, comes around, and then the movie ends. Just
people magically know where everyone else is too, without any phones or.
Just kind of just a built-in GPS right there.
Yes.
But
I had to check my chicken.
Oh, you had to choke it.
no, at least you didn't do that on screen. So
Chokey chicken.
Oh, I had to check my chicken on the Chokey Chicken channel.
And our guest star today will be Jerky Giraffe.
So I'm torn, because this is sort of the kind of movie I was hoping to see on Shudder, but I can't really say it's good, but I enjoyed it.
yeah.
I can't really say it's my favorite, but you know what? It was a fun movie. I was entertained by it.
Yeah.
The acting was very well done. I thought they all acted very natural.
They seemed to be in pain when they were being eaten.
Yeah. The one scene where they walk up to the camp and they discover the bodies half eaten, the guy was just like,
Well, in a way.
How did the? But what?
How'd
This
you
feels.
How'd you get the beans above the Franks?
Oh.
but you know what I mean? They were like, he was just like, but I don't. How did the? Yeah, it was just really.
No, and the fellow who had his leg, the flesh off his leg just being pulled right off.
Oh yeah, the one who he was stuck in the
Barbed wire.
barbed wire. Yeah.
Ooh, that was painful to see.
It really was, but he didn't seem like he was feeling anything.
He was just
Well, he was set up as sort of a tough guy, so maybe that's
okay.
that's his version of.
Yeah, but like his leg was almost degloved.
Oh.
Loved.
it just didn't feel like anyone was actually getting gored by a boar. Sorry, a boar.
I guess the people who are going to watch this are going to know what they're in for just by the title. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're going to be like lied to.
I was not disappointed.
Boar.
I'll put it that way. I was not disappointed by the movie.
Right.
I felt like it fulfilled everything it needed to for me that I expected of it, and
a little more.
And a little more, yeah, and a little more.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely worth watching. It was definitely worth enjoying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, second time around,
I don't think it deserves a second viewing. I guess John does. So, John, you'd press play.
I say press play
again.
Okay.
Again.
Press play again.
Yeah, press play again. Yeah.
Lord Skeet von Starhawk, would you press play or would you just do something else?
Yes, Lord Skeet von Star Sparkles would insist we just do something else.
So you wouldn't press play, huh?
No.
Okay.
No. Not play again. No.
Okay. I'll press play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I feel like I should hit eject because I've only hit eject once out of 9 reviews.
I am gonna ask Julian to choose the movie that we're gonna review for next week. So
Okay.
Bring up the list.
Wait, so I can only pick what's before the 17th or after the 17th?
Before.
Oh.
So your choices are The Exorcist, Ravenous, Phantom of the Paradise, Hagazusa, or Here Comes the Devil.
All right, Jeff. I'm gonna have to say, Hagazusa.
Okay.
Hagazusa. If I can't properly say the name, I think we've got to.
If
y'all have to